we're back. We want to give you guys the newest and latest scoop on Love Island because Jeffrey, is this your first season of Love Island you've ever watched?
This is the first season of Love Island that I've ever watched, and I am so excited because, first of all, they're beautiful people, and I wish they had Love Island back in the day when I was younger. And I'm thinking that maybe we should do a Love Island for more mature people because I think that would be fun. I think that there are people in their 40s and 50s that are still great lookers, and I think that we can still do the same thing. I think that at this point now, yeah, girl, I'm like looking at those little bodies and things that. Anyway, let me get back to the subject. So I do love Love Island. I am only on my 5th episode, so I cannot wait for us to start talking, our little viewers, and thank you so much for looking at us. But I cannot wait because you guys have told me that Love Island should be something that I'm looking at, and so I just started. I can tell you that I have went past the first 4 episodes. So, but I'm addicted. I'm really addicted. So this is no lie. I'm addicted. So there is Coy, and I'm saying Coy because I've just watched where he's the first person to get off the island. I like the concept behind the show. I had almost watched, there's this love connection with Nick, and I don't know, it's from all of the old love connection shows. They all get to an island and then they try to hook up for second chance on love or something.
Oh, what is that called? I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll talk about that next week. But I tried to watch one of the shows, and I didn't get into it. And then I'm like thinking, And then so a couple people kept telling me about Love Island, but I really, really like it. I like the concept. I like the fact that, so questions. I wonder, do they all pick from the same wardrobe? Because when I looked at the dresses that they had, and there's no shame, and it's not, I just wonder, like, I think that somebody must be supplying the clothes and saying, okay, these are the things that you guys can choose from. Just like when they all had swimming trunks. These are the swimming trunks that you're choosing from. When they all had lingerie. This is the lingerie that you can choose from.
I got your answer to your question. I think it's a little bit of that. Yes, there's stuff that, because one year you saw all of them had the same sunglasses on. So I think there's stuff that they're sponsored by that they have to like wear onto the show that everyone has. And then I think one year there was like earrings that you started noticing, like all the girls got these same earrings. Are they passing around earrings? But I think it was like a sponsor. So I think it's a little bit of that. Like these are the things you can wear. Also, then you got to be mindful of no branding because a lot of shows you can't wear anything where the brand shows. So then you have that. But then I also think because on one of the episodes, one of the later episodes you haven't seen, one of the girls borrows clothes from the other girl.
Okay.
Which I'm just kind of like, she borrowed something that was like really, like sometimes they borrow swimsuits and I'm just like.
See, because when I was looking at the swimsuits and everything, they all look like so similar. Like when you go to a Miss USA pageant, then it's like, okay, all the girls have something similar, or you know what I'm saying? Like even when the guys had their little underwear on for the lingerie party, it was kind of like the similar thing. And I'm like thinking, okay, why would you wear underwear and you keep pulling them down? But I think that before they got in there, they probably were able to choose like what colors they might like. So that's why they're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see my lingerie. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I thought that was something I'm also thinking, like, do they drink that much water? Because I see a lot of people sucking on water bottles all day long. Yeah, I don't know how much they're drinking.
Them going green and also sponsorship. So the bottles are probably sponsored, and then they also have to have that because now a lot of productions have where they're trying to get out of those plastic bottles. And then with plastic bottles, sometimes you run into the label and stuff. But it's just also a lot of them are trying to do environmental friendly things. So I think that's why it's those little canisters that you see.
So you think they're putting liquor in there too? You think liquor is in there or water?
If they put, they're probably sneaking. Yeah, there's probably some liquor.
Oh, it's probably no sneaking because they want you to drink because the more you drink,
the crazier you'll get. Yeah. But I remember one show. Was it Love Is Blind? It was one of those shows where they said we don't give them more than like wine or something like that, because we're not encouraging them to get like drunk and belligerent. Girl. So I don't know if that's the same for Love Island. I don't know what their restrictions are or what they have them drink. But they definitely get wild and crazy, so who knows?
I just noticed that. Right. So we're on the first 4 episodes. So I'm just going to say from the first crew.
On the first 4 episodes.
So, right. So I'm just trying to see because we'll start from the first 4 episodes and then we'll just see who did you fancy in the first episode? Like,
Fancy. I mean, Coy was very attractive. He's tall, he's handsome, but when you saw his personality, it was kind of flat. Now, I don't know if it's editing or he just had a flat personality or they edited him that way because he did have a flat personality. I don't know which one it is, but he did give me snooze fest. But I do like my girl Nene, who was paired up with Coy. So I like her. Is it ringing a bell?
A girl, her name is Janae.
Yeah, but they call her Nene in the show.
So it must have got
That's because he hasn't gotten to those episodes yet.
But you know, when I hear him and I think about how he's hot, and I just like Janae and it's like where's girl and it's so smart and oh my god I'm like. Okay.
Do you think it's an act or do you think that's her real personality?
I do think that that's a little bit of her real personality, but I also think that it's a big act that she's putting on too. Because I think that if you're black, bitch, you're black. I don't give a shit, honey. And then you might be like, oh shit, when you get mad, then you want to let the black come out. And there's nothing to say that all black people act alike, but I just think that I heard the reason that this is probably, I don't want to say that I'm like, what do you call it, being a hypocrite, because most of my life I've been saying, oh my gosh, why do you sound like a white boy? I don't think I sound white. I don't think I'm trying to be white. I don't think any of that. But I just think that, let me say, I want to be fake cute, you know, because everything about them is fake. You have the long hair. You keeping your wig on, bitch. You have the eyebrows. You're putting on all of this fucking makeup. And it's just like, be you. Serena, the same. Even though you had your hair braided, it's like, okay, I still want to be, I still want to do the things that the black girls do because it's still a part of my culture. Like, okay, yeah, it's still a part of our culture to braid your hair. But you're not even sounding like, wait, how does she sound?
Oh, but wait until you see her in the later. I won't ruin it for you.
Okay.
Wait till you see her in the later seasons.
And so she's just like, oh. Her voice is hoarse. I'm like thinking, does she scream whenever the television, when they're not filming? You know what I'm saying? But I also love the fact that that they were dealing with the black guys. So it made me feel good that at first they did.
What did you think about Cordell? Speaking of the black guys, what did you think about Cordell?
Odell. No, I do think Cordell is cute. I do think but I just think that he's
short
whack.
King.
Yep, I think that he's whack. But how short is he?
He's as short as Serena, and Serena looks pretty short. If she's shorter than
But most of the
Janae,
guys there were 6 feet tall. So if Kendall is 6 feet tall, 6'1", right, and then he's shorter than Kendall, he could be 5'9", and he's calling himself short because he's around all these tall people.
He was giving me 5'6" vibes.
Yeah, girl, he can't be because remember,
No.
Kendall looks short and he's 6'1".
Yeah. But, I mean, he just looks short even around Janae. And Janae, you can see that Janae is kind of short. I get what you're saying because the rest of the guys are so tall.
5'7" or 5'6".
Yes, I think he's like around that then.
So but I really think that he might. Oh, we'll look online later on.
Yeah, we can look it up
But-
because I'm sure they have it listed.
So what do you think about Liz, the first girl who came onto the scene?
It's so hard because you're at episode 5 and I'm all over.
Right.
I've been keeping up. So my views on Liz when she first came in,
And stole Rob.
and stole Rob. I didn't think anything of it.
Okay,
that's what
good.
she's supposed
That's
to
it.
do. She's
So then
supposed to
we're-
come in and she's supposed to see who she likes the most.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Like I think some of the women on there, they get so attached so fast.
Okay, so we won't go any further, but I do want to say, do you think that Coy should have gotten kicked off?
Yes.
Okay, and then one more thing. What do you think about the Hakeem?
You talk about a character. I feel like Hakeem is a character. And what pisses me off is
Oh my
that
God.
I read
You
Hakeem.
want to tell me
You
now?
don't want me to tell you? I got to tell you.
Okay, tell us.
No, I don't want to ruin it for you.
Oh.
But tune in because I got a lot to say about Hakeem.
But
Because I was very disappointed.
you read it somewhere?
I read it online.
So you read it online, but is it going to affect me looking at him on the show?
Yeah, it will.
Okay, tell me.
Because it'll tell you what happens to him.
Okay, so don't tell me yet.
Yeah.
So tune in next.
Yeah, tune in next time, and he'll be caught up on the Love Island. But what do you think? So I used to have a problem with this. It used to bother me. That's why I think I used to feel a little bit embarrassed and almost guilty for watching it. Is because they kind of put people with these bodies in the spotlight, and some of them get like alterations to it. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting alterations. Do what makes you happy. But sometimes I felt like they were putting out one image, and we know, like with media, sometimes women, they look at that, they see this one image, and they think we all have to be like that. So sometimes I was like, is this a healthy thing for us to watch? Is all these people who are probably in the 10% of population of attractive individuals, and we're watching them here, like how healthy is this to have this show like this?
Think about it. The show is to draw people to look at beautiful people.
And it worked, because here I am.
Yeah. And their
watching
drama.
it, feeling guilty.
And their drama. Mm-hmm. And them being able to bed swap. Them being able to hug and kiss and just to sing, you know what I'm saying? And that's the temptation of it. Because if we had some normal average person there, we don't want to see that. We want somebody who they're going to be. We're visual creatures, right? So we're trying to give them bodies, and even with women, there is no man that has a big stomach on there, right? So basically, they're aiming for the viewers who are looking for body. And this is America too. We're all into bodies. Like, imagine.
I feel like because some of them have all the body, they don't have no
brains.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also remember, those people that are on there are characters.
Yeah, that's true too.
You could remember we live in Hollywood, and when I say Hollywood, we live in Los Angeles. We're close to Hollywood, basically. But that there are people who you think, oh my gosh, they should be in film. Look how gorgeous they are, blah, 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 blah. But they don't have that chemistry on the camera. And then we have these people who they can, even if you hate them, even if you love them, they can get in front of the camera and they're not afraid to say anything. And it's like we can have people who are like, okay, they might not be afraid once you get them warmed up, because evidently Coy had to pass that audition to say, oh my gosh, look at me, I'm bubbly, I can do this and I can do that. And they're telling him to turn it up, and he's not turning it up. So then you got to go home. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how it is. It's like, turn up or go home. On the shows that I was telling you about, my guilty pleasure, if those girls don't fight, then they got to go home.
I believe that. I believe there are certain standards in drama that you're supposed to bring, and if you don't bring it, especially because I work in the industry,
and that's a
I've
prerequisite
seen
for the show is to have a body.
Firsthand where a person literally was upset because they pitched the show, showed this person the show, and they had filmed like a pilot of it, and they were like, "Where's the drama? Where's the fight?
Yeah,
this is." We don't want this. And they're trying to show people who are elevated and mature.
That's not going to make you, you know what I'm saying? It's not going to get the masses. It'll get a few people, but it's not going to get the masses. And that's our society. I'm not saying, it sucks.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I do like a bit of that drama and that kind of like TV stuff that lacks substance. I do like that because sometimes you just want to escape. But then there's moments where I'm just like, every conversation that they tune into is like, yes, I really liked you when I came into the villa, and I was just wondering what you think about me.
Janae, are you pretending you're Janae?
No, any
I'll be Serena. You can be Janae, and I'll be Serena.
And I thought you were like really cute.
And there's just no chemistry. I'm not vibing with Corral. He's from Houston, but I need you to make my tea. Honey and lemon. Yeah, this is how I make it. I think I'm going to tell him, there's just no romantic arm. I'm just not feeling it. Girl, get some motherfucking braces. I'm just not feeling it.
I'm just like, girl, get me around the way African American. Get me some around the way African American people, so you'll know that that's a real personality.
I think they did this other season. You got to watch some of the other seasons.
Oh, okay.
And they did get you some of them, and then I think that's why they said,
no.
Let's find a little bit more on the other side.
It makes sense. And so then,
because it was still good, and I think it wasn't like nobody wasn't bursting out in fights or anything like that.
Right.
I just think it was just like I don't know, maybe
The
they
casting.
didn't
So
like them
maybe-
because they weren't like gorgeous, like what you would see as like a model. Like I thought they were very attractive, but they weren't like model like. So
do
when
you
they,
think Janae and Serena are model like?
I mean, that's hard to say because I think they're very beautiful, very gorgeous women. Would they be model like in terms of
Oh, no,
mainstream modeling?
No. I mean, as far as the other girls are comparing to the other girls. I mean, like,
they definitely have more because kind of like we were talking about, like manicured, like than the other.
put together. You mean better put
more
together?
like Serena was kind of like more like what you would have saw on that previous season.
Okay.
But Janae wouldn't have been more like that
Because Janae is she a stripper? Was she a stripper or something?
What did she say she was? Like,
A bottle girl?
maybe she was a bottle girl.
Okay, I don't know. Because she was like, that's how guys look coming to a club. I heard on one of the early episodes that she mentioned whenever they were walking, she said, that's how the guys are when they come to the club. It was during the lingerie scene.
Oh,
so I heard
okay.
it. So see, me going back on those things, I think that what we might want to do is we might be able to look at it and record ourselves and get our expressions while we're seeing some of the stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
Because that's very good. Even if we watch it twice, well,
Yeah.
we don't want to watch it twice, but I know that you can't go without. So, like when I watch television shows, I'm just jumping up and down in my seat. And sometimes I think about, shit, oh my gosh, I should record my motherfucking reaction. So anyway, any more on Love Island for now?
That's Love Island.
Hold on.
That's Love Island.
I don't know. Okay.